to my channel. It's your girl Maya Miller, and I'm back with another video. So today I am back with this video on how I watercolored this wig, y'all. It was very simple. Honestly, look, this is my first time watercoloring any hair, so I was nervous, and this is how it came out. And you know, I installed it myself, and it looked a little crusty, but it don't look that crusty, so it came out pretty good. So if you guys would like to see how I achieved this cute little purpley grayish pastel-y look, please stay tuned. Before I get into the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because you want to be subscribed, because your girl is dropping some good videos. So let's get into the video. Alright guys, so this is how the hair looked when I first got it. It was this gray, like, I don't know, it was a very light gray. I thought I was going to get a darker gray. So this is how it looks. So the first thing you need is just a big bin, and then the Adore hair dye in the color platinum, and some fresh hot water. So first I'm going in and dumping, like, I did 9 drops of this just to kind of get it in this bin, just to see how, you know, I just kind of did a guesstimate of how much I wanted to do. Now I'm mixing it up, and as you can see, it gets all mixy. The color looks completely different than when it's gonna come out, but you know, that's how it pretty much looks. So I went to do a test dip see if I liked the color, how it looked. I obviously didn't really like it, because then I went in and added more. So I used a full bottle, plus I used like a half of another bottle. And I just kind of, you know, mixed it up. I just kind of was going, just kind of basing the color how I was going. So then I did another test strip, and I pretty much liked how the color looked. And yeah, I was pretty just much looking at it as to see the color. And then from there, I was like, you know what, let me add actually I added a little more color, because I was like, yeah, maybe just a little bit. So then I went in and dipped the hair in here, and literally it's that simple. You just dip it in there, and then you basically just kind of, you know, make sure all the color is getting on the hair. And yeah, it's kind of really simple, the process. And then basically what I was doing is I wanted to make sure all of the parts were getting dyed, so I kind of just moved it around a little bit. And then pretty much all you do is you just kind of sit it in there, and I was just making sure all the hair was getting dyed, so I kind of was separating stuff here. And as you can see, that's what I was doing. So this is what the hair looks like after it's been dyed, and I let it air dry. This is before I started to straighten it and everything. So now getting on to installing the hair. So first I'm just cutting away my little pieces of ear, just so, you know, I kind of, as you can see, messed up, because it messed up. So then I'm going with my freeze spray, my Got2b glue, and just getting my cap, doing kind of the ball cap method, me attempting to do the ball cap method. Then I'm using my blow dryer and just getting that dried out. So then I went back in to make sure this stuff stays down. It's a very kind of simple process, just making sure it's as tight and won't lift up. And then once again, just going, kind of repeating the steps over and over. And then I went in with the wig just to see how much of this lace I had to cut off. So I wanted to see kind of where the hairline would fall. So I kind of was just looking, kind of eyeballing it to see how much I'm going to have to cut off. So then I started to cut it off, the parts where I knew I needed to cut off so it wouldn't show. Just kind of snipping away all the excess stuff. And I kind of messed up on it because the hairline was weird on this wig. So some of my hair, real hair, got, well, some of the real hair, my real hair wasn't under the cap, because the hairline was kind of weird on this. So I was just trying my best, and like I said, I'm not a professional guy, so I was just trying to get this worked out. So I'm just here again cutting some more of the, basically of the part off, and you'll eventually see where I kind of cut a lot more off than I really wanted to, but I had to, because if not, it was just going to show through in the lace part. So I kind of just cut I just was trying to just cut as much off as possible, honestly. It's not going to look like the perfect, but so then I go on my foundation and I put it on here, so when I do put the lace on, it matches in, because I did not bleach the lace on this. I did not bleach the knots at all. So I'm just going back in just to kind of seeing how it's going to look, also just to see how much more of the lace. And as you can see, it was like still kind of showing through the lace. So I was just kind of, you know, being picky and pretty much, but I pretty much figured it out. I did realize I didn't have to cut anymore. So then I went in with, as you can see on this picture, actually, guys, see how some of it I cut off and my real hair was showing? It was just weird how the lace was, it was just weird. So I went with my Ghost Bond glue and was just going around and basically getting this prepped so I can start to lay the lace. Ghost Bond, as you know, is very, very strong. I was trying not to get on my actual hair. Then I just went with the blow dryer and I'm just blowing, making sure that's dry. And that's the key thing with this. You have to make sure it's completely dry before you want to lay your lace down. So I'm here just blowing that out as much as I can. I know some of my lace isn't fully dried out, but it was fine, honestly. So then I go in and I'm pretty much just pulling this down as far as I want it to go and making sure all the lace part hits the glue. And I figured out this is much easier doing it this way than cutting the lace first then trying to lay it. It's better just to lay it then cut from here. For me personally, I feel like this is an easier method on going about it. So I was just making sure everything sides were down, everything was laid down, and I just wanted to make sure it was all pressed in. And then I went in with a blow dryer just to kind of make sure that's in there really good and laid down. And then I was pushing the hair back because I was gonna get like a scarf pretty much to get it laid down. So this is me just pushing all the hair back, kind of still looking at it. And then here's the hair scarf. And then as you can see, I'm just wrapping this down tight because I want this to sit for a couple minutes, about 5 to 10 minutes before I start cutting the lace. And then I pretty much just was doing that, and then you know, getting that off, and then just starting to cut the lace. And then from here I'm just cutting all the lace off. Alright, so this part was pretty tricky. I was just cutting off the parts around my ear. This was kind of hard and weird for me to try to figure out. I still need to learn how to master it, but it was just not working. And I kind of was like, you know what, I'm gonna come back to it. So then I just started to do my part and get that situated, and then I was gonna go back to that other piece. So basically I wanted to do like a side part, so I was just trying to figure out what side of the hair and kind of part it as good. So that's just me parting the hair to get ready to pluck for the hair. As you can see, I didn't fully cut all the lace off yet. I just kind of wanted to, so give it a break. So now I am just combing out the hair, trying to see how I like the part like that, and I decided that was going to be the part. So I started cutting off a little more of the lace. And then I went into pluck, and as you can see, guys, this hair plucks so smoothly. Like, some laces are hard, but this stuff just was just coming right out with no problems. Like, this was the easiest wig I had to ever pluck. So that's just me plucking it. And I just wanted it to be a pretty good deep part looking, and it was already pretty plucked. So right now I'm just trying to like make baby hairs for around my edges. As you can see, it was a complete fail. It was kind of a struggle, guys, but I was trying to get it to work, and at this point I was kind of winging it. Then I went in with this edge stuff I got from my beauty supply store to kind of try to lay my baby hairs, and y'all, I'm not good at laying baby hairs. I was just trying to get it so it just all kind of looks like it was like just my edges. And as you can see, I was struggling, and I just kept cutting away more and more. Then I went in with this like serum because I was gonna start straightening the hair, because I was like, yeah, I'm over that. So I started straightening the hair. I put this in the hair and it helped make it soft. And I just went in, and as you guys can see, this hair is straightened so nice, like so beautiful, like perfect. And I just love that it straightens like really nice. So I went to tackle on the side piece because that piece was not trying to stay down, because obviously I was trying to make it into a side part and I was trying to get the hair to lay. So I just kept straightening that, trying to press it down as much as I could. So I would put a clip to kind of hold it down while I started reworking on other parts. So then I went in with some powder just to kind of go through the lace so it kind of like blends in, and as you can see, it blends in perfectly. Honestly, it just looks like it just is my skin. So I thought that was good that ended up not looking too bad. So then I attempted to go back because my sides were starting to lift, so I went back in with the glue, and I was kind of like over it at this point. So I was kind of just like, you know what, I'm gonna just put it here and give it a couple minutes to dry, and if it don't dry, I'm just laying it, whatever. So I just did that. I kind of like let that air dry while I kept straightening the other side of the hair, just because I just wanted it. So then I went in with a hot comb, and just because that piece was still sticking up, so I just went in with a hot comb just to kind of lay it as good as I can, because I was like, yeah, this isn't laying down. I gotta get to use the real tools. So then I went into the other side and did the same exact thing. Since that was lifting, I just went and put more glue. And then with this side, I'm pretty sure I did not like give it as much time as the rest. I kind of just laid it down and just was like, well, hopefully this works out. And so now on that side, I'm just trying to make it look like it blends in a little better, just because I already messed up on laying it in the first place, and it pretty much worked itself out. And then from here, everything is laid, and I'm just going back with the straightener just to fine everything down, make sure everything is intact. And yeah, that's how it pretty much looks, y'all. And it looks so cute. So this is the final look after dyeing it, washing it, blow drying, and straightening out and installing it in my head. I think I did a phenomenal job of installing this wig compared to another time I did it. I love this color. This is pretty much the color that I was going for. I kind of wanted it to be a little bit darker because I didn't know how this light color would look on me, but it actually looks pretty good. I kind of want to trim this though, so it's more of a true bob. This is more of like a longer bob. It took so well with the watercolor. This is my first time watercoloring hair. Normally I just dye it normally, but this came out so better, like way better. It didn't harsh the hair as much. Like the hair still came out really soft, and you can see it's not like crunchy looking. It's like really soft still. And it took like 2 seconds for this to dye. Like I put it in there, I want to say I let it sit because I saw how long you sit it for, and it's like 5 to 7 minutes. So I like dipped in there, but as soon as I dipped it in the water, as you guys see in the video, the color just like transformed. So pretty much let's get into the specs of this. Ordered this from Amazon. You guys know I like my Amazon wigs, but I didn't even, at first I wasn't gonna dye this hair, guys. So when I first got the hair, it was like when I saw it on the website, it was like a grayish color. So I was like, okay, I like gray, but it was a little dark gray. So I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna go with gray. So when I got it, I didn't really like it. I was like, the gray wasn't fully, it just seemed like it was streaky. Like it didn't have, it was like grayish, darker in some, I didn't like how it looked. So I was like in the picture, if you look at the picture, it looks super, I don't know if you can see this, but it looks darker. It's like darker on her, like the wig is darker, but it literally came like this, like a lighter, and then I didn't like that. I didn't think it looked weird. So I was like, I gotta do something with this because I just ordered this and I gotta order. First I went to Sally's. They didn't have the Adore hair dye. they didn't have it. So I was like, oh my god. So I went to my local beauty supply store and they did have it, and I believe they were like $5 a piece. I don't even know. They ended up bringing up $9 for 2 of them, so it was like $4 or $5, roughly like $4 a piece. Hair itself was $107. I got 14-inch, and this is the Ubetta. Oh, okay. The Ubetta human hair bob wig, 14-inch, pre-plucked with baby hair, straight short color bob with bleach knots, middle part glueless, 13x4 wig, 180 density. So I like the density that's 180. It definitely was plucked, because in the video you can see I didn't have to pluck it that much. It pretty much was already pretty much plucked. I did do a side part. I might honestly just switch this and do a middle part. To be honest, not looking at it, I might like not looking at it, but I might honestly just do like a middle part, because I think maybe that would just look a little better on me. Weird smell, no tangling. The only time it really shed, well actually I will say this, it does shed, but it'll be like these weird little strands, like, but I think it's shedding because I did razor some of the pieces of the hair. So I think that's the only reason why it's really shedding still. That's pretty much on this hair. Like, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me, you know, dye this. Like I said, this was my first time, and I just loved how it came out. It came out really like cute, and like, I don't know, it's so simple. Like, this is so simple, and the color is kind of like, you know, different, you know. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like, please comment, please subscribe, please tell your mama, please tell your daddy, please tell everybody, and bye guys.